Welcome, everybody. We got 7 breaks tonight. We're going to start with our 25 Prism Baseball Hobby, PYT 749. Then we have 25 Phoenix Football Hobby, PYT 752. 25 Topps Finest Baseball Hobby, PYT 744. 24 Encore Football Hobby, PYT 737. 25 Donruss Football Hobby, PYT 741. 25 Luminance Football Hobby, PYT 758. And then we end our night with our 24 Photogenic Football Hobby, PYT 735. We do have some spots available in tonight's breaks. If you guys want to grab any of those, of course, that link is in the chat. You can use the code next to that link, copy and paste it into the checkout. There should be a code option. You'll get 10% off any of those remaining spots in tonight's breaks. So take advantage of that 10% discount. Go in, grab the last remaining spots in these breaks tonight. We're going to start off with our 25 Prism Baseball Hobby, PYT 749. This one is full. At the list, we'll pull it up here. All right, your names are on the left, your teams are on the right. You guys are going to guess the player on the last auto in this break for 20 in credit. We should have 3 autos per box on average. Good luck to everybody in this one. Again, this is 25 Prism Baseball Hobby, PYT 749. We're going to have 12 packs, 12 cards per pack, 3 autos per box. Good luck to everybody in this one. There's our empty box. Again, if you're watching live, you can guess the player on the last auto. You do not have to be in the break to guess. There is Carson Williams, Zaro Montes, Ryan Salone, Dontrell Willis, Elston Howard, Tommy White, Owen Cassie, out of 299 for the Cubs spot. Then we have Bobby Miller on our first of what should be 3 autos in this box. That is going to be numbered out of 199, going to the Dodgers spot. We have Bryce Eldridge, Harry Ford, Juan Valera, and Jarlin Susana. Next back. We got Luke Dickerson to start us off on this back. Ryan Clifford, Jeff Bagwell, Ogasawara. We got Cal Ripken, Joe DiMaggio, Joe Sewell. That is out of 299 for Cleveland. And auto number 2, that is Carter Johnson on the sensational signatures. This one should be numbered out of 199. Similar to our Bobby Miller. It's going to be a 30 out of 199. James Wood, Robin Ventura, Brett Lowerder, Colin Hawk. We have Larry Walker, Dylan Cruz, Braylon Payne, Enrique Broadfield, Roy Campanella, Jackson Churio, Juan Gonzalez on the purple. That's going to be out of 149. Jackson Churio, Deki Matsui, Omavita, Carter Holton, Michael Young. Arwan Namala, Trey Morgan, Griffo Farrell, Carter Jensen, Brett Saberhagen. Braden Taylor is going to be our next auto. Braden Taylor, sensational signatures for Tampa. Should be a non-numbered base, sensational signatures. Then we have Nolan Ryan. That's going to be out of 499. Tony Oliva on the Red Wave, Rhett Lowerner, Reggie Jackson, Ben Hess, Yona Tone. The base, Bobby Miller, Barry Larkin, Jack Morris, Tom Glavine, Brady Ebel, David Ortiz, Braden Montgomery out of 499, Carter Jensen, Jack Leiter, Dylan Durling, Chase Young, and Nolan Ryan. Up next after this one is 25 Phoenix football, PYT 752. And guys, if you want to grab any spots in the remaining breaks, there is a link pinned to the chat. There's Billy Amick against Smith, Andrew Walters, rookie Cam Caminetti, Hank Greenberg, Yohandy Morales, Bronson Arroyo. That is out of 99. Nick Kurtz on the Red Wave, Dylan Cruz, Dingers out of 199. We have Buster Posey, Nick Kurtz again, and David Shields. Top load that we have numbered so far. We do have a list put together for Thursday's breaks as well. If you guys want to find that, that is under the future break schedule link in the chat. Make sure you guys bookmark that page. Once you click on there, you guys can keep track of everything that we have listed, everything we have scheduled. You can click on the links, go directly to the breaks to buy in there. Again, if you guys want to buy into any spots on break night, we have that code and link pinned in the chat. If you guys want to get your 10% off, go through that link in the chat. It'll take you to all the available breaks. Use that code at checkout. Once you grab all your spots, then you'll get 10% off. Yeah, 6 packs left in this one. We're halfway through it. Again, 25 Phoenix football PYT 752 is coming up next. Good luck to everybody in that one. Here we go. We got Cliff Lee, Starlin Caba, Jason LaViolet, Jake Arrieta, Joe Torre, Adam Jones, Yosu DePaula on the blue out of 199 for the Dodgers, King Griffey on the silver, Braden Montgomery, Matt Wieters, Kendall George, and King Griffey Sr. Ozzie Smith, Ron Drysdale, Terry Francona, Andrew Painter, Don Mattingly, Sammy Sosa, Latong, out of 99, Trey Morgan. That one is out of 25. Bryce Renier, Miles Naylor, Sasaki, and Zach Bean. That pack. Next pack. Asian Kim, Travis Pizzana, Chase Burns, Ty Cobb, Monty Irvin, Pee Wee Reese. The Dodgers out of 499. Miles Naylor, David Ortiz, Bryce Matthews, Benito Santiago, Leo DeRocher. We got Johan Santana, Jet Williams, Randy Johnson, Thomas Harrington, Al Kaline, Tommy Troy, Carter Holton on the green scope out of 75. Silver Jared Thomas, Roman Anthony, Alex Rodriguez, Roberto Clemente, and Vance Honeycutt. We got 2 packs left in this one. Christian Campbell, Franklin Arias, Levi Wells, George Lombard Jr., Harmon Killebrew, Brandis Barat. We got Dylan Drayling out of 499. Billy Amick on the Red Wave. Ryan Waldschmidt, Joe Sudapala, Deion Sanders, and Seaver King. And our final pack. Aaron Judge, John Smoltz, Whitey Ford, Al Teal, Ryan Sandberg, Chris Cortez, Vance Honeycutt, out of 299. Saki Silver, Paul Skeens, Bob Gibson, Waldrop, and Rosario. To round out that break, let's top load recap, and then we'll move on to our 25 Phoenix football break. Again, that is PYT 752. We got 6 more breaks tonight, guys. We do have spots available in several of those. Link is pinned in the chat. It'll also pop up in the chat as well. Make sure you use your code to get your 10% off. We will be back again Thursday at 9 p.m. Central. Grab your spots into Thursday's breaks as well. We left one slot open for anything that may fill between now and then. But everything else will be on that break night that we have listed. Let's do a recap here. Just upload the numbered parallels and autos for now. Josu Paula out of 199. Calling out of 99. Trey Morgan out of 25. Huey Reese out of 499. Carter Holton out of 75. Freeling out of 499. Vance Honeycutt out of 299. Glenn Casey out of 299. Joe Swell out of 299. Juan Gonzalez out of 149. Nolan Ryan out of 499. Montgomery out of 499. Hudson Arroyo out of 199. Dylan Cruz, Dingers out of 199. Our autos, Bobby Miller, that is out of 199. Carter Johnson out of 199. And then we have Braden Taylor, who was guest of the break. Non-numbered sensational signatures going to Tampa to end that one. All right, guys, that does it for break number 1. Phoenix football is coming up next. Let me get that list put together. Our title updated here. All right, we got one team left in this one. If anybody wants to grab the Commanders, they are available. Your guess is in for the player on the auto in this one for 20 in credit. Good luck to everybody in here. All right, your names are on the left, your teams are on the right. Washington is available in this one. Again, the link is in the chat. Use that code to get 10% off them and any other teams you might purchase. 25 Phoenix Football Hobby PYT 752 coming up next. All right, guys, here we go with our 25 Phoenix football PYT 752. Good luck to everybody. Somebody grab the commander. Let's get this one. 12 packs, 5 cards per pack, 2 autos and 1 nim per box on average. You guys are guessing the player on the last auto for 20 credit out of this one. You can get those ultra rare color blasts and D's in here. Those are possible, not guaranteed, of course. Empty box. All right, here we go. Pack number 1. Up next after this one is 25 Top Finest Baseball, YT 744. That is coming up next. That is Donovan Ezekuyara, Rakuten, Vinny Testaverde, Silver Quincy Williams, Jalen Johnson, DK Metcalf, Cam Scatabo, rookie, Curtis Rourke, Geno Smith, Tyler Newbin, Alvin Kamara, Ola Dejo, the Titans, Keenan McCardell, Jonnu Smith, Trey McBride, JJ McCarthy. Get those guesses in for the player on the last auto of this one. That is Pat Bryant. Amari and Hampton is our first hit of the break of the Pandora patch. That is out of 299. One of the Chargers spot. We have Aaron Smith on the red, numbered out of 99 for the Jets. Roquan Smith, Chris Chambers. Rashard Smith, Brock Bowers. That is out of 50. Blue Jaden Daniels out of 199. Malik Neighbors, Joe Theismann. Correct. Carson Swessinger for the Browns. Aston Genty. Contours of Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott. And up next is Topps Finest Baseball, Trey Harris. There's an auto. That is Xavier Watts. That's going to Atlanta. Xavier Watts is our first of what should be 2 autos in here. It's out of 199. Cameron Bynum, Jay Novacek, and Chris Olave. These real fast. Grab your spots, guys. In tonight's breaks, we do have spots available. Link is pinned in the chat. There's a code to get your 10% off. Make sure you take advantage of that. Should have one more auto left in this break. If you guys guess the player on that auto, you'll earn 20 in credit to use in our shop for any breaks, packs, or boxes. Back. There's Jalen Milroe, Harold Fannin. We got a Paragon of Travis Hunter. That is out of 249. Bryce Young, Eric Armstead. Landon Jackson, Kalen Bullock, DK Metcalf, Josh Jacobs, Willis McGahee. Tyler Shug. Ashton Genty on the rookie patch. Auto, nice hit for the Raiders spot. 2-color patch. Jumbo patch there out of 149. That is 149 out of 149. And that is going to the Raiders. Very nice looking card right there. Love that silver and black patch. Ashton Genty going to the Raiders. Brandon Pisson. Tyree Wilson. Dalton Schultz. Tommy Milan. RJ Harvey. Ashton Genty. Josh Allen. Ricky Williams. And our final pack of the break. There's Tyler Warren. And Jahadi Barron on the franchise future patch for the Broncos. That is out of 249. Maxwell Harrison. That is out of 199. Going to the Bills. Zach Charbonnet. Jaden Reed to end it. All right, let's top load recap. Then we're going to move on to our Topps Finest Baseball. All right, let's do our recap here. We have Travis Hunter out of 249. Maxwell Harris out of 199. Arian Smith out of 99. Brock Bowers out of 50. Jaden Daniels out of 199. Xavier Watts auto. That was out of 199. Jahadi Barron was out of 249. Marion Hampton patch out of 299. And then we have the Ashton Genty rookie patch auto. That was out of 149. 49 out of 149. 149 out of 149 on that one. Nice box of Phoenix there. We move on to break number 3. This is our Topps Finest Baseball. Get this title updated here. Get your guesses in for the player on the last auto out of this one. We should have 2 autos per box on average. This one we are full. Get those guesses in. Here's our list. Your names are on the left, your teams are on the right. PYT 744 coming up next. All right, guys, here we go with break number 3. We got Topps Finest Baseball. Again, guys, get those guesses in for the player on the last auto. 2 autos per box. Empty box. 6 packs. There's Jaron Duran, Matt Shaw, rookie, Jackson Merrill, Freddie Freeman, Christian Walker, Jason Dominguez. Our first numbered parallel is going to be Corey Seager out of 250. Finest timelines, Great Sweeney, Mookie Betts. Jose Altuve, Mason Wynn, Austin Riley, Ryan McMahon, Ryan Bliss, Kevin Alcantara out of 99, Corbin Burns, Rhett Loader, Pete Crow Armstrong, Yu Darvish. Andrew McCutchen, Will Wagner, Adele Amador, Richard Fitz, Jackson Holiday, Matt Chapman, Luis Angel Acuna, Christian Campbell, Bryce Harper, Cole Reagans to round out that pack. Halfway through this one, we should have 2 autos. You guys are guessing the player on the last auto for 20 in credit. Junior Caminero, Mike Trout, Brent Rooker, Chase Jones, Jose Ramirez, Nick Yorkie auto. The rookie auto for Pittsburgh. Is out of 125. Under the Pirates. Nice hit for the Pirates. We have Vlad Jr. out of 325. There's Ben Rice, Drake Baldwin, Giancarlo Stanton. Next after this is 24 Encore Football PYT 737. There's Matt McClain, Luis Castillo, Edward Cuero, Brooks Lee, Rafael Devers, Gordon Graceffo for the Cardinals. As out of 150. Graceffo auto for the Cardinals. Should be the guess of the break. We have had 3 autos out of these boxes before, so. Gunnar Henderson, Brooks Lee. The AL King case closed out as Aaron Judge on the timeless timelines out of 75. Acuna to round that pack out in our final pack of the break. Francisco Lindor, Ketel Marte, Malloy, Christian Yelich, Darren Baker, James Wood, rookie out of 75. Nice hit for the Nationals. Then we got Augustin Ramirez, rookie out of 300 for the Marlins. Seong Kim, Mason Wynn, and Roki Sasaki for this World Series champs. Let's top load recap. Then we're going to move on to Encore Football. Encore Football coming up next. And guys, we will be back Thursday, 9 p.m. Central. If you haven't grabbed any spots in those breaks, make sure you go to the future break schedule link in the chat. Let's see everything we have listed for Thursday. Scheduled for Thursday. There's Corey Seager out of 250. Alcantara out of 99. Vlad Jr. out of 325. Aaron Judge out of 75. James Wood out of 75. Out of 300, Augustin Ramirez. Nick Yorkie out of 125 on the rookie auto. Gordon Graceffo out of 150. Oh, that was out of 125, my fault. Out of 125. This is out of 150, Gordon Graceffo for the Cardinals. That'll do it for Topps Finest Baseball. All right, let's update our list here. We'll update our title. This is 24 Encore Football. We have 2 spots left in this one, it looks like, I believe. Double check. Then we got the Vikings and Commanders. Vikings and Commanders left in this one. This is 24 Encore Football. Guesses in for the player on the last auto on this one. All right, guys, here's the list. Your names are on the left, your teams are on the right. The Vikings and Commanders are available. Use the link in the chat, get your 10% off them. We'll be right back with PYT 737 in just a moment. All right, guys, here we go. PYT 737 Encore Football. 10 packs, 6 cards per pack, 1 auto, 1 min per box on average. There's our empty box. Good luck to everybody in this one. DeAndre Hopkins, Brock Purdy, Kyle Hamilton, Chuba Hubbard, Jalen Hurts on the team pinnacle, Lamar Jackson on the backside, Ravens, Eagles, random that at the end, Joe Alt, Wandell Robinson, Zach Wilson, T. Higgins, Greg Russo out of 150. We got Sam Laporta, futures now. Jerton Newton, rookie for Amanda. Aaron Williams, Travis Etienne, Sal again. Travis Kelsey is our mem. This one out of 199 for the Chiefs. That was Ricky Pearsall and Malik Washington rookies there. Austin Eckler, Jamal Adams, Christian Kirk. By the numbers, that is Brandon Marshall for Denver. Brandon Marshall for Denver. We got Topps Finest was right before this one. You can go back on the live stream and rewatch it. Just rewind. And Brandon Marshall, that is out of 99. 52 out of 99. Joe Montana on the blueprints. Nate Wiggins. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jonathan Allen. Quay Walker. Malik Neighbors out of 150. Justin Jefferson, future is now. Bucky Irving. Chris Jones. Jacoby Brissett, Zach Moss, Montez Sweat, Dallas Turner, and Johnny Wilson. Brian Robinson Jr., Derek Carr, Tank Dell, Daniel Jones out of 49. We have Larry Brown, Yancey Thigpen. That's going to be between Pittsburgh and Dallas on that one. Yeah, we got the same owner on this one, so we will not have to random that one. Anthony Gold. Jabril Peppers, Christian McCaffrey, James Conner, Patrick Mahomes, Jaden Daniels, Team Pinnacle, and Joe Milton. That'll be between the Patriots and Commanders. We'll random that. Jeremiah Trotter. Najee Harris, Kyler Murray, Amari Cooper, Lavonte David. That is out of 150. We got Brett Favre and John Elway on this one. That'll be between the Packers and Broncos. Let's see if there's same owner on this one, so we won't have to random that one. And Braylon Trice. Last back here, Alvin Kamara, DJ Watt, DJ Moore, Jameer Gibbs, Myles Garrett, Blueprint, and Jaheim Bell. Let's top load, then we'll random off the Team Pinnacles, do a recap, then we'll move on to Don Russ football coming up next. Grab your spots, guys, in the upcoming breaks. Link is in the chat. Future break schedule will take you to Thursday's breaks. If you guys want to get 10% off tonight's breaks, there is a code next to the link. Use that code to get your 10% off. Grab those last remaining spots. We got 3 more breaks tonight. All right, let's get the randomizer set up here. We'll do a front and back randomization for those. So, teams on the front are the NFC. So we got Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts on the front. Teams on the back, Lamar Jackson, Joe Milton. Good luck to everybody on this. Go to the screen share. We got front back. We're going to roll the dice. We're going to randomize those 3 times. So whichever position's in the one spot after the third randomization, the teams on that side will get the card. So here we go. 1, 2, and our third and final time 3 times. 3 times going to the front. Teams on the front. One and 2 is 3 times. All right, let's do our recap. All right. The Commanders and Eagles, the Team Pinnacles. Greg Russo out of 150. Malik Neighbors is going to be out of 150. We have Daniel Jones on the red out of 49. Lavonte David out of 150. Travis Kelce is going to be our patch. That is out of 199. We have the by the numbers Brandon Marshall for the Broncos. Nice hit for the Broncos. That was out of 99. 32 out of 99. That's going to do it for Encore. All right. Let's update our title here. With the Encore. All right, Donruss football is up next. Take a look at that list. Take the title first. And guys, get your guesses in for the player on the auto in this one for 20 in credit. Last auto, 20 in credit. You guys can earn. We got 2 spots left in this one. 2 spots left. Packers sold. So we have Carolina and Minnesota available. It's 25, a Donruss football. Those guesses in for the player on the last. There's the Panthers and Vikings. Grab them. Your name's on the left, your team's on the right. Get your guesses in for the player on the last out of this. PYT 741 coming up next. All right, here we go with our Donruss football. Grab the Panthers, grab the Vikings. 18 packs, 10 cards per pack, 18 radio rookies. Should have 1 auto and mid per box on average. You guys are guessing the player on that last auto. There's our empty box. Packs. Good luck to everybody in this one. This is Donruss Football PYT 741. And we have 2 teams left in this one. If you guys want to grab them, do so now. Link is in the chat. Luminance Football is coming up after this one. There's Brian Thomas, Jim Kelly, John Elway, Kyle McCord, Art Monk, Ray Benson, Brandon Aubrey, Jaden Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, Hank Bigsby. Jordan Addison, Hunter Henry, Harold Fannin. There's a no nameplate Jerry Chu or Quinshon Judkins. Quinshon Judkins. Godwin Ed Reed, Kyle McCord, the rookies. Calvin Johnson, Puka Nakua, Myles Garrett. Greg Zerline, Kyron Williams out of 99. Die cut press proof there. Trevor Etienne, and there's Nick Rakuten on an auto. That probably is going to be the last auto in this box, but we could get an extra. That is out of 199. Kenneth Gainwell, Ted Russo, Jalen Noel, Johan Dotson, Bear Baron, Brees Hall, Kid Reporter Card. Next pack. CeeDee Lamb, J.K. Dobbins, Micah McFadden, Kendra Lambert Smith, Donovan McNabb, Pushman Zada, Fred Warner, Travis Hunter, Christian Watson, Edrin James. And up next is Luminance Football, PYT 758. And Photogenic Football ends it. We do have spots available, guys, if you want to grab them. Micah McFadden, Kyle Vanoy, Jadon Blue, Byron Murphy, Josh Jacobs, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jahadi Barron, Cam Ward on the bomb squad, John Jefferson, Ricky Pearsall, Mike Sanistril, Will Levis, Dante Thornton, Dave Craig, Dwayne Bowe, Alexander Madison, Jonathan Taylor, Vlad McConkey, Nick Bonito, Justin Jefferson. We have A.J. Brown, Raheem Mostert, Jack Sawyer, Jalen Noel, R2 Mapu, Terry McLaurin, Chimere Adike, A.J. Brown, E.J. Speed, Luke Musgrave, that is Emmitt Smith, Eric Armstead, Travion Henderson, Kyle McCord out of 199 for the Eagles, Michael Pittman, Xavier Worthy, Gridiron Kings, that was Peyton Manning, Dylan Gabriel, Kendra Miller, Cooper Kupp, Kid Reporter card. Our next pack, we have a Rex Grossman, Jaden Daniels, Jordan James, Blake Grupe, Derrick Henry, Elite Series rookies Tez Johnson, Jackson Dart, the Gridiron Kings, Joe Burrow, Jawan Jennings, and Jalen Waddle. Next pack. Jalen Coker. Cam Chancellor, another no-name play this time, is Lamar Jackson. Dylan Gabriel, James Cook, Leonard Williams, Kellen Winslow, Jalen Hurts, Eli Manning, Isaiah Pacheco. We will be breaking again on Thursday, guys, so get your spots in Thursday's breaks. There's Trey McBride, Eddie Pinheiro, Jackson Hawes, Jerry Jeudy, Jared Verse, Christian McCaffrey, and Mecca Abuka, and Sam Darnold on the bomb squad. This one is out of 100. Nick Chubb, Boomer Esiason. Quick one here. This is probably our men. Grab those final spots, guys, in tonight's breaks. We got Luminance and Photogenic coming up next. Cuba Hubbard, DJ Moore, Tumi Alau, Christian McCaffrey, Lamar Jackson, Keaton Kings. That is Terry Bradshaw for the Steelers spot. Sit there for the Steelers. That one is out of 49. 30 out of 49 on that one. Really thick card right there. Then we have Nico Collins, Michael Penix, Will McDonald, DeAndre Swift. Our next back. Deion Sanders, Will Anderson, Nick Scranton, Dylan Wright, Terrell Suggs, Elijah Arroyo, Trevion Henderson, Milton Williams, Jonnu Smith, Roderick Estime, Kid Reporter card. We got 4 more packs after this one. That is Vita Vea, Tony Richards, Rasheed Rice, out of 500, 21 out of 500. Greg Zabel, Mike Rozier, Vernon Davis, Abdul Carter, Devonta Adams, Vinny Testaverde, Max Crosby, Hines Ward, Khalil Shakur, Kyle Vanoy, Jalen Milrow, Charles Woodson, Ricky Williams, Christian McCaffrey, CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Adam Thielen, Chris Olave, Deebo Samuel, Nick Amarori, Corey Holt, Bijan Robinson, Jared Verse, Omarion Hampton, Oren Burks, Cortland Sutton, Jake Plummer. Last 2 pack. We got 2 more breaks left tonight, guys. Luminous football and photogenic football coming up. Cedric Tillman, Saquon Barkley, Dylan Sampson, Shaheed Barron, Jameer Gibbs, Devon Achane. Elite Series, that is TJ Watt. On the squad, Brett Favre, Drake London, Jordan Love, Kid Reporter card. Grab your spots, guys, in those final breaks. You got 10% off any of those remaining teams. Link is in the chat. There's Russell Wilson, Jamar Chase, Ty Felton, Jaleel McLaughlin, Tutu Atwell, Mason Crosby. That is a Jaden Higgins, Gridiron Kings, Saquon Barkley, Malachi Corley, Justin Fields. All right, let's top load, then we'll recap. You guys, we are breaking again on Thursday. Future break schedule link will take you there. Make sure you guys bookmark that page. So that way you guys can keep track of all the breaks we list and schedule. You'll be ahead of any of those emails that tell you when the breaks are. You'll already see the schedule getting made on that future break schedule link. It's Terry Bradshaw on that. A couple here to top load, then we'll recap. We'll move on to Luminance football. This is coming up next. That was Quinshon Judkins on the no name plate. Parallel. Press proof die cut. Kyron Williams, that is out of 99. Kyle McCord, press proof out of 199. No name plate. Lamar Jackson. Bomb squad out of 100. That's Sam Darnold from the Seahawks. Rasheed Rice out of 500. The Keaton Kings out of 49 for the Steelers. Terry Bradshaw. It's a nice one for the Steelers. Rotten is our auto out of 199 for the Panthers. That was the guess of the break. That'll do it for this one. Now we update our list and title for Illuminance. There's several spots left in this one and our photogenic at the end of the night, so grab any of those remaining spots. Now's the time to do it. We update our list here. We got 5 teams left in this one. Grab those last 5 teams. Put your guesses in for the player on the last auto of this break for 20 in credit. We should have 2 Or 3 autos, sorry. 3 autos per box on average. Down to 4 teams. Washington has sold. All right, the teams we have left are the Bills, Broncos, Chargers, Buccaneers. Bills, Broncos, Chargers, Buccaneers. Names on the left, teams are on the right. Buccaneers, Chargers, Broncos, Bills. Grab those last 4 teams. Grab your teams in Photogenic coming up next as well. Use that code to get 10% off all those last remaining teams. Good luck to everybody in this one. Your names are on the left. Your teams are on the right. PYT 758 is coming up next. All right, guys, here we go with our Luminance break. 4 packs, 10 cards per pack. We should have 3 autos, 1 min per box. Empty box. Good luck. Here we go. Pack number 1. Grab those last teams, guys. There's a couple teams left in this one, and then we had some photogenic teams left. There's Khalil Shakur, Devon Achane, Josh Allen, Troy Franklin, Marvin Harrison Jr. That is out of 199. One of the Cardinals. There's our men. That is Michael Pittman Jr. The Beacons men. Our engaged. Is that your Franklin insert there? Quinn Ewers, Shamar Stewart, and Antoine Wells. Reporter card. Get those guesses in for the player on the last auto. You do not have to be in the break to guess the player on the last auto. Roquan Smith, Jordan Addison, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Jalen Lane out of 249. That is going to the Commanders. We have Xavier Watts auto. This is out of 100. That is 69 out of 100. Going to the Falcons. Got 2 more autos. Unforgettable Saquon Barkley. That is Omar Norman Lott. Tui Malalalu. And RJ Harvey. What do we have here so far? Grab those final spots in tonight's breaks. The link is in the chat. There's that code next to the link to get your 10% off. Use that. Take advantage of it when you bundle your teams together. Jerome Ford, Eddie George, Jerry Jeudy, Jamar Chase out of 100, Abdul Carter out of 299, Tyler Warren auto for the Colts spot. That's out of 700. Tyler Warren on that auto. We have the vestige of Derrick Henry. DJ Giddens. Jalen Noel. And Caden Prather, rookie for the Bills. Reporter card last back. It should have our last auto in it as well. Good luck to everybody that got those guesses in. Good luck to everybody in the break. There's second year Drake May. Jeff Blake. Trey McBride. Jameson Williams. There's Peyton Manning. That is going to be out of 299. And we got a Jaden Higgins auto for the Texans out of 50. Jaden Higgins was the guest of the break. Our final cards in this pack. We had Justin Jefferson. Manungai for the Bears. Jalen Royals for the Chiefs. Jalen Milroe for the Seahawks. All right, guys, we have one more break tonight. That's our photogenic football coming up next. Grab your spots on that one. And that link is in the chat. We're going to do a recap of this one in just one moment. Then move on to our final break of the night. Now is the time to grab any of those remaining spots in tonight's breaks with the link and in the chat. Jamar Chase out of 100. Abdul Carter out of 299. Peyton Manning out of 299. Marvin Harrison out of 199. Marvin Harrison Jr. Jalen Lane out of 249. For the Colts, the Beacons, man, that is Michael Pittman. Xavier Watts out of 100 on the auto. Tyler Warren out of 700. And out of 50, Jaden Higgins for the Texans. All right, guys, that does it for our Luminance break. Again, we have one break left. We're going to update our list. Get our title updated as well. Photogenics football is coming up next. We got 8 teams left. Let me update this list. '24 Photogenic is coming up now. Grab those last few teams we got. I'm updating our list. We have 8 teams left. You can get 10% off any of those remaining teams using the code at checkout. This is our final break of the night. I think I got the list updated here. Double check. Here we go. Good luck to everybody in this one. Cardinals, Falcons, Panthers, Bengals, Lions, Raiders, Saints, and Buccaneers are available. If you guys want to grab them, use that link in the chat, of course. Use the code SportsCard123 to get your 10% off. Get your guesses in for the player on the auto in this one for 20 in credit. PYT 735, 24 photogenic football coming up next. All right, guys, this is our last break of the night. Grab those last few teams. Cardinals, Falcons, Panthers, Bengals, Lions, Raiders, Saints, Buccaneers. Get your guesses in for the player on the last auto. We will be back again Thursday with breaks as well. 10 packs, 5 cards per pack. This is photogenic football. You guys are guessing the player on the last auto for 20 in credit. Box. Here we go. Good luck to everybody in this one. Rookie picks, that is Drake May. Trey Benson out of 99 on the rookie portraits. Isaiah Likely, Zach Martin, Aiden O'Connell. Grab those last teams, guys. Let's fill this one up. We got Devonta Adams in between the Raiders and Packers. Ricky Pearsall on the rookie portraits. Nolan Cromwell, Christian Watson, Dak Prescott, excuse me. Keenan Allen, Brian Thomas. That is out of 150 for the Jags. Jordan Davis, Jim McMahon, and TJ Watt. Michael Pratt, Lan McConkey, Puka Nakua, Anthony Richardson, Terrell Suggs. We have Keaton Mitchell for the Cure. Out of 175, Tony Romo for Dallas. Marcus Lawrence, Randy Gradishier, and Geno Smith. Let's top load what we have so far. I have to grab some 55 point top load. There we go. This works. All right, our next pack. Troy Franklin, Michael Pratt again, Max Crosby, Jared Goff, Austin Eckler. Got 4 packs left. Another one we'll have to random here is the Keenan Allen for the Bears and Chargers. We'll do a left-right random for those. Out of 150, Deontay Johnson, A.J. Brown, Travis Etienne, Lorenzo Neal for the Chargers. Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors. We got Joe Morris, Derek Carr, and Daniel Jones. 2 packs left. We should still have an auto coming up. There's Brian Thomas Jr., Javon Dexter for the Bears spots. Snapshots. Autograph right there. Dexter for the Bears. That's it for the Bears spots. Jonathan Mingo, Christian McCaffrey, and Amari Cooper. Our final pack of the break. That's Kyler Murray, Blake Corum, Samaje Perine, Kirk Cousins, and George Karlaftis. Let's top load this, then we'll random them off. Two cards here. The progressions. There they are. We got a left-right random. Teams on the left will be the Chargers, Packers. Teams on the right will be the Raiders and Bears. Good luck to everybody on this one. Do our screen. All right, we got our left and rights. Let's roll our dice. We have 6 and 6 for 12. 12 times on this one. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or the 12th and final time, 12 times. Going to the teams on the right. And we'll update this list. Teams on the right. The Raiders and the Chicago Bears. Get those. Let's do our recap. We have Deontay Johnson out of 150. Out of 99, that is Trey Benson. Out of 150, that is Brian Thomas Jr. Out of 175, Tony Romo. Javon Dexter on the snapshot auto for the Bears spot. All right, guys, that does it for tonight's breaks. We will be back again on Thursday, 9 p.m. Central. Grab your spots in those. Again, we will be back Thursday. Future break schedules where you can find those spots or find the schedule to buy the spots. And we got 6 breaks listed. I got another one open for anything that might sell between now and then. We will be back 9 p.m. Central Thursday. You guys have a great night.